You guys watching UFC 209?
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Man, come on, dude.
Right
Everyone.
answer. Right answer.
Yeah.
We don't want to get our asses whooped right now. So everybody say, yeah, hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm watching. I would never miss that. You know what I mean? UFC 209 pay-per-view in Las Vegas, Saturday, March 1st. Tyron Woodley and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on the cruise show right now.
What's
Let's
up?
go. Now, obviously, you guys are separated, but you guys are not going to fight each other in here, right?
Man, no,
It's not there yet.
I don't get paid for it today.
Yeah,
My
we know what's happening March 4th.
Yeah.
So.
What is happening March 4th?
Man, we throwing down March 4th.
We
That's
doing
what's
this?
happening. We doing it.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it weird when you guys get along? Aren't you supposed to not get along? Isn't that part of the
is it?
the deal?
Nah, I'm just going out there to win. So
Yeah.
I don't have to hate the guy.
Yeah.
More business for you?
I haven't had an opponent that I haven't liked. I haven't had an opponent that got on my nerves. I haven't had that real rivalry yet. So
It's work to you. You're
Some
professional.
guys got to
Looking
do it
forward.
too. Some guys they just got to be mad at the guy.
Right,
For
right,
some
right.
reason, I don't know. They just got to be mad at the guy to throw down.
Are you saying they're faking it?
I don't know. I don't think they're faking it. They just got to be mad at the dude that they're throwing hands at.
Yeah.
I've seen a few dudes like that. Matt Brown was that way. That's just his thing, you know.
Yeah.
So each fighter's different.
Right. You guys are obviously very mature about this, which is awesome. We've had fighters in there where we couldn't even keep them in the same room, bro. Yeah.
So
And
you
then
couldn't
when
interview
we-
him at the same time.
No.
Well, we did, but
We
there
did,
were-
but
did.
one guy was like over there.
That was
the other
Dominic
over
Cruz
there.
and Ryan Faber. They were sitting across from each other, just going at it. We're just watching like
Todd
ping
and I
pongs.
were sitting in between them, and they just start arguing. We're just
Well,
like,
yeah,
oh,
they
they
started
probably wouldn't
arguing.
have done anything. No,
No.
Not physically, right?
not those two.
Yeah, right. It's all verbal, right? No, they started talking about each other's like fighting skills and all that, and then things just got very personal.
Then they're making fun of each other's like shoes.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro,
it
you-
got there. It went
Yeah,
there.
he's like, you came from money, man. Your dad gave you all your money, man. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh God, what are we
You're
doing
just
here?
a surfer. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
It's the
right.
corny. It was some probably corny trash talk.
Oh yeah, the corniest.
You wear flip flops, bro.
That's what it
pretty
was.
bad.
You
I
feel
can
me?
imagine.
You feel me? Hey, man. So listen, the fight is going down in Las Vegas Saturday, March 4th. You guys have got to watch the fight, obviously. Ronda Rousey recently got her ass whooped in like seconds. You know what I'm saying? You guys all saw that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just insane, right? I mean, is it over? As fighters and obviously fans, I'm sure, is it over for her? Is it over for a fighter that way?
I don't know, man. I mean, depends on. You didn't really hear a whole lot after the fight.
Sure.
You know how she was mentally.
Yep.
You know, y'all heard everything after the first Holly Holmes fight. She just wasn't all there.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Yeah, it was. And then after that, it was almost like the UFC kind of threw her back out there. If it was me, if I was her coach,
What would you do?
I would have her. I wouldn't have her fight the champ right off the bat.
Like a fun fight, right? An
And
easy
yeah,
win.
have a fun fight. Get back out there because she was out for how long?
Yeah, but with that much to prove, isn't there so much to
she
prove in this
low-key did
profession?
make 3 meal tickets for the fight. Let's not
Yeah,
forget
I mean,
that.
she did
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
She's kicked a lot of ass on her day, and she's been
Yeah.
on the top for a very long time.
Yeah.
She's changed our sport not only for women but for all of us.
Sure.
She put it on a different platform. So with that said, she shouldn't hold her head so low because she broke through barriers that we would have never been able
Yeah,
to do.
but you don't
Still
remember that.
accomplished a
You don't
lot.
remember that when you're bleeding and
Yeah, but that
and people
matchup,
are trolling
I
you
just
on
don't
social
know.
media.
Dude,
I don't
the
know if she
trolling.
would took that matchup immediately if it would have went any different.
Sure.
I mean, I saw that coming.
Yes.
Amanda Nunes, I've known her since Strikeforce. She's a teammate and friend of mine. And
Friend of ours as well. Name drop.
Yes, I mean, drop. But, Styles make fights, and I just think that her style was just too problematic for Ronda, and I think. Man, I saw it coming. I want some money off that fight too.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
I don't even bet. That was my only second and third time ever betting, but I just felt
Damn, we should have bet on
really
that.
convicted.
I know,
that she was
right?
gonna win.
How much did you get off that?
A couple grand, almost.
My man,
Yeah.
drinks on you.
This time around, we're looking for a definitive conclusion to you guys' fight, right? I mean, last time it was so awkward in the ring at the end of the fight and all that stuff was happening. You
Yeah.
looked like you were going to fuck somebody up when they...
I thought he was gonna. I thought he
I
was
was
gonna
stepping
fuck up
back.
Buffer, bro.
Buffer or Joe Rogan was going to get it. I was like,
I thought I was gonna lose my job. I thought Dana was coming for my belt, and I might have had to pop off. I thought they were gonna come back and say he won the fight, and that clearly didn't happen. And
If that would have happened, you would have lost it.
I would have lost the belt. Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, like, mentally, right
I would've
there.
flipped out. I mean, like we talked earlier between the break. I got 4 kids. I've been doing this for 10 years. It's my life. This is my legacy. This ain't a joke to me. I take it serious. I don't have to get pumped up because I got enough stuff riding on this that I'm pumped up already because I got a whole generation behind me that's watching what I'm doing.
That's right.
So if they were to take this fight from me, I would have been completely livid.
Steven, you gotta let him win. He's got kids, bro. Have a heart, bro.
Bro, just take a knee.
I don't know if he has much of a choice.
Here we go. Here we go.
Oh.
You say it's gonna be good. How so?
Man, well, if you watched the last one, I mean, it was nuts.
amazing.
Did you guys watch the last fight?
Hell yeah.
Dog, yeah. We were just watching it before you
We're
walked in.
watching it
It's gonna
again
be-
right now,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were like, damn, man, what a situation to be in.
So you
and,
know
and
the
Joe was
second
trying to
one's gonna
keep
be
it
good.
like, yo, guys, it's still the same score. Everybody calm down. Because the place was gonna erupt as well.
Yeah, you know, one thing I do think that happened in the fight, I got a lot of crap. You know, the way I'm built, people have this myth that if you built a certain way, that those muscles come at a cost and you can't last for 5 rounds. I think it was good to a point that people saw that I will go to 5 rounds. I know it surprised him. You know, I heard his coaches in corners thinking that I was going to fade in the later rounds. And I actually did the damage in the championship round. So that was good for me to just show that. You know, if I would have went out there and caught him slipping in one of the earliest rounds, everybody can always say Tyron just catch him early.
Right.
He's a fast starter, and they can always have it to say. This time around, at least some ridiculous sound bites from the fans I don't have to worry about because I earn my respect not only from them but from my opponent.
Yeah. Steven, does he have weaknesses that you know of?
Man, he's a champion for a reason, dude. He's got good striking, heavy hands. He's obviously got a really good pedigree in wrestling. Dude, he's got it all, which makes it difficult to kind of figure out now because we went 5 rounds. He's got a mean right hand, and he's got great timing, which it's been harder for opponents to figure out my timing. But you know, he's got some good guys come in to help him out with that. Of course, you got Sage Northcutt in the back here, who's also a karate fighter. So now I just got to go back on my end and make some changes there.
Is his timing an issue?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I would be lying. I mean, I'm not going to tell a story. It's difficult to train for. But I get paid for this, you know. I make a decent living fighting, and you know, this is how I provide for my kids, and I enjoy the challenge. Everybody, I haven't had an easy fight since I can't remember.
Right.
Ever since I was in Strike Force, I was fighting the best grappler in the world, the up and coming fighter, the heaviest handed guy in our division. I've been fighting those guys the whole time. So for me to even get a easy fight or a fight that favorably, you know, I have such a big edge on, I know I'm not going to get that. So I embrace the challenge of figuring guys out.
Sure. One
Well,
guy I
that's what
wish you
makes
could
you
fight is Todd. What's up, Todd?
I was gonna ask for either of you guys. You ever guys train for a fight? Because every fight's different. So your trainer has a different plan for both of you guys for any fight. You ever get in the ring and that plan is not gonna fucking work immediately? So you got to just abort everything that you guys
I
practice.
mean, that's what a champion does. You know, you watch Floyd Mayweather fight, and he goes in there. He might lose a round to Shane Mosley. He might come out and someone's doing something completely different. You got to make those adjustments on the fly. Not anybody. Most fighters can go back to the gym after they taken the L and say, you know what, I should have did this, I should have did that. Let me fix this in the training camp. It takes a champion to sit on that stool and get up in rounds 2, 3, 4, and 5
Figure it out
and be
there.
a different fighter and figure the person out.
What's up, Jeff?
Agreed.
I was going to ask you your professional opinions. You mentioned Mayweather. Do you think that Conor Mayweather thing will ever happen?
I think so.
You think it will?
I hope so.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure it will.
I don't know.
With
man.
Dana
You
in the
don't think
mix?
so? I don't know. I don't think Mayweather's going to come down off of his price. I know. I mean, he's worth it. You know,
You don't have to.
Hell yeah.
You don't have to. I mean, 25 million is
You don't have to.
Yeah.
The
nice,
fight's going
but-
to happen.
but
But
when
it's
you
going to
get-
happen this year, too.
You think so?
I know so.
But they're not worth the
wow.
same pay.
They're not worth the same pay, but you know, for Conor to do what he's done for our sport and project it to that level, he is obviously followed in Floyd's footsteps to a certain degree.
Sure.
You know, being blatant about how much he's making, making everything about money. So it makes sense to have the fight. Now, Floyd on the other side, 49-0, trying to get to that 50-0.
Yep.
This is a safer fight for him than some of the other guys that he can have out.
That's
in the
true,
fight.
Very
He's gonna
true.
make
Isn't Floyd
the
in
same
charge
amount of
though
money.
in this fight? Is Floyd in charge in the if
100%.
they do fight?
100%.
It would be
Floyd-
his promotion, right?
Yeah, I think he's
Yeah,
running,
but
yeah.
I'm talking
He's
about
in
like
charge
in the
of
ring.
the fight.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's in charge of the
yeah.
fight as well. Obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's going to he will try everything he can to embarrass Conor
Yeah, he won't stop Conor
with his
It would have to
mentality.
be outside of 6 rounds. Conor's got a strong chin. He's been hit with some 4-ounce gloves.
Sure.
You wearing 8-ounce gloves, and you know, I think he's going to be a little bit unorthodox for Floyd. And I think, you know, having the karate background and also having the MMA background, we come from way different angles. It's way...
There ain't no kicking in boxing though.
Ain't no
man.
kicking, but, you know, I mean, Conor's really a stand-up fighter most of the time. He has a couple of side kicks and wheel kicks, but he really relies on his straight left hand. So
Yeah, that
I don't
left
think
hand
he's
is-
going to win the fight, but I do think
Right.
I think he's going to surprise Floyd if Floyd's not going to be able to just knock him out and get him out early.
Right. And in no way am I talking shit. I think Conor will fuck me up with no limbs. So in no way, you know, and Conor's a good friend of the show. know as well. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. So this fight's going to be interesting because you guys are kind of cool with each other, I guess. It's very professional, right?
You got to be. I mean, you got to be professional. This is, he's the champ.
I see you.
Why do you smile?
He's looking at both of us. He's like,
Why do you
looking
smile?
at both of us.
I'm just smiling.
Yeah?
I'm smiling because I'm the champion. I don't plan on changing that anytime soon.
Yeah, right. When you hear that, what does that, I mean, does that feel?
Nah.
Do you feel anything when he says that?
I don't feel a dang thing.
Really?
You know what I mean? We're gonna go out there and do it March 4th, and that's what I'm focused on right now. I mean, he is the champ.
Yeah, no, I know.
You
You
know what
said
I mean?
that. Yeah, it's not like
He hates
Yeah.
it too.
Does he hate it?
Stand it.
Why? Why do you
Can't
think?
stand see me with that belt.
Why?
He so wish it was around his waist. He's just every time you look at me, like.
Well, first
damn,
off,
I
which
wish that was
fighter
my
doesn't
belt.
want to see that belt around your
True.
waist? You know what I mean?
I'm just giving you.
I mean,
props.
come on.
But is it him? You know,
No, it could be-
specifically or anyone?
No, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in this sport just to do whatever, I'm in it for the the honor and the glory.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Money's just a bonus.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
the goal is to go out there and be your best fighter, be the best fighter you can be.
yeah.
And if you can make it that far and get that belt around your waist, that's my goal, man.
Did you guys have to fight to survive growing up? Is that how we're here?
No, not me, man. I was born and raised in the martial arts. I got 2 brothers and 2 sisters. We all started at 3, man. And
Everybody
You mean
fight
like
each other at
like
the house.
environmentally? Like, did you grow up in the hood? Did you
Nah.
like have to fight? You had to scrape.
No.
He's like, well, I took
His
karate
answer,
classes
his
when I was little.
answer answered the question. But
No,
I
but you
don't.
didn't have to grow up fighting, right?
No.
But
I grew up
but you were
fighting.
involved. Yeah, you had to fight
Yeah.
to survive on the block, right?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in a rough environment. I'm not gonna act like I was on Skid Row. We drove down. We drove down there the other day just to kind of reinvigorate that humility and that we complain a lot as Americans. And we drove down 4th Street, man. I say, you know what? We need to get up and grind. I'm blessed. Nothing's that bad. And yeah, I did grow up in Ferguson. I did, was in games growing up. I fought almost every week. Fighting in the octagon with someone that, the referee can stop at any point. Don't scare me.
That's a holiday vacation.
Yeah. No, it's just I'm more fearful that I think that if I fight to my ability, nobody will beat me. And I feel like my only fear is not going out there and fighting to my full capability.
Right.
And that's something that as a champion it terrifies you because you got to do this stuff. You got to do the the PR. You got to train. Obviously he's probably gonna try to do better than he did the next time. I got to try to do better.
Sure.
So all those variables, it's already a tough matchup from the beginning. You add all those extra variables and it just makes it that much more intense.
And Steven, you said you were fighting like at 3 years old.
Yeah, we started training at 3.
Yeah,
man.
you see, so it's like don't get it twisted. Just because you didn't have to fight in the hood doesn't mean you're not a fighter. You know what I mean?
Both are the same though. Like fighting is fighting. Fighting,
Yeah.
Straight up.
fighting to
Grew up
survive
doing
or
it, man.
fighting. He might have to fight to explain that, hey, I grew up in a good environment. I grew up in a great neighborhood. I got
That's
great
also a
parents.
fight as
and
well,
some people
yeah.
try to give you crap because you didn't grow up in that. So
Well, people discredit that, right? I mean,
yeah, my kids have never been to the hood. We talked about that the other day. Me and my videographer was like, "Have you ever thought about just kind of taking them where you grew up?" And I'm like,
Will you?
"No, my
Do you?
kids are so sheltered and they so spoiled. They've never experienced that. They're oblivious to it. And somebody might come down the road and say, "Hey, you guys, you ain't never even seen the hood before." They can do that to them. So I think both styles, of your environment helps you out.
Absolutely. Listen, UFC 209 pay-per-view in Las Vegas, Saturday, March 4th. You have to watch this fight. Should be really good. What's up, Todd?
I'm looking down the road for you, Tyron. I know you're calling out Michael Bisping. Is that really going to happen?
That surprised me. I was surprised Michael Bisping wanted to fight me because
I saw you guys in that video talking about the weight and stuff.
Yeah, because I'm probably one of the bigger welterweights. I don't know if I'm the biggest. Obviously, we got several guys that having issues making their weight, so they might be a tad bit bigger. But I'm not a small welterweight, and he would be, I would say, oversized welterweight and maybe an undersized middleweight. He doesn't cut a ton of weight. Excuse me. He used to weigh quite a bit more, but he might only outweigh me by 5 pounds. So I didn't think he had any advantages anywhere. So I was surprised he even thought about fighting me, and I said, you know what?
That'd be a good fight.
It'd be a good fight. He's a big name. Why not? Let's get it on. You know?
What music are we walking out to?
That's a good question, man. I usually get a playlist going, and one or two songs sticks out, and they become the repeat songs of the training camp, and they usually becomes a walkout song.
That is, yeah.
Bad and Bougie it is.
Same,
Bad and Bougie.
Bad and Bougie is popping right now.
Poppin'. Yes. Stephen, what about you, man?
The past like 4 or 5 fights been walking out. Now it's not a song that kind of fires you up, but
Sure.
always puts a smile on my face. It's Wonderboy by Tenacious D.
There he is. Yeah.
Tenacious D, Jack Black.
Yeah, bro.
Jack Black.
Right? Yeah, man.
You guys got totally different
I couldn't
backgrounds.
find a song to actually walk out to, so I asked all my followers on social media.
Dope.
My brother's been asking me to walk out to it for years, and I just didn't do it. But then they just kept saying, "Hey, man, Tenacious D's it, man. You gotta walk out to it." So we did it.
Right.
Yeah, it puts a smile on your face.
There you go. But do you want to go in smiling?
I do.
You do.
Yeah, man. I love
Yeah.
doing what I do, man.
My man, yeah, and you appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you enjoy what you do. That's awesome, man. How do people follow you, man? Twitter, Instagram?
Wonderboy MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson Facebook. So check it out.
Tyron, what about you, man?
You guys can find me TWOOODLEY. But more importantly, check me out on YouTube, man. Subscribe to my channel. I got a dope ass Champ Life and Champ Camp series. It gives you the ins and outs, so you guys can kind of see where I come from, why I fight, and what life is like a champion.
Yo, thank you guys so
That's
much
dope.
for
Thanks
coming
for
through.
having us, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
appreciate it.
I want to know who the hell is Logan. Your name is Tyrone, bro.
That's my videographer, LeBron.
Oh, yeah. He don't have to order
You
the
know, he
drinks.
can order himself.
We got to remind everybody, tickets on sale this morning.
Yes.
Tickets on
Yes.
sale this morning.
Get it.
Okay.
Get the tickets, man. UFC 209 pay-per-view, Las Vegas, Saturday, March 4th. Stephen Wonderboy, Thompson, Tyron Woodley, thank you guys very much for coming through again. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Anytime, man. You know the
Thank
doors
you,
are
guys.
always open for you guys. Cruise Shell, Power 106. Yeah.